I'm very honored on behalf of the people of Barbados to have been given the opportunity to participate in the opening ceremony. But it wasn't only on behalf of the people of Barbados, it's on behalf of all small island developing states and those countries in the world that lie between the tropics of Cancer and Capricorn. We have said that we are the canaries in the small island developing states, but no one listened to us initially. So it has now spread itself, and you've heard me talk about what has happened in Africa and Central America, Latin America, etc., and even coastal US. How many of you ever heard of New York being subject to hurricanes and people dying in basements from flooding, as happened with Hurricane Elsa when it hit New York 3-4 months ago? How many people? Or Hurricane Sandy or Katrina? In fact, today I was reflecting that prior to Hurricane Andrew, there really was not the notion of hurricanes going into the US, but yet the United States of America is the one country in the world that is going to always be hit every year now. And we've seen it year after year. But here's the difference. They don't suffer wipeout risk. We do. In other words, when Hurricane Katrina hit, and I see you nodding, Gershine, when Hurricane Katrina hit, it only caused less than 1% of GDP damage to the United States of America. But when Maria hit Dominica, it was 227% of everything that they produced damaged in one day. Or let's look at Dorian, where Barbados was so lucky. Remember, we were up at the RSS and people laughed at me cooking corned beef and white rice tonight, and tuna and white rice. And we went outside waiting for the rain and waiting for the breeze. And what came? Not an ounce of rain, because we learned that the Sahara dust had sucked everything out of the system. That same system that spared Bajans went 1 week later to the day over the Bahamas and sat for 2 days, 48 hours. When last in our history we ever hear about a hurricane stalling and stopping? We hear about a hurricane passing over. We hear about a hurricane stalling and stopping over Bahamas, and it flattened. And as you recall, I went there with Prime Minister Chasney and other prime ministers in the region, and it literally flattened Abaco as if a nuclear bomb had hit on Grand Bahama. So bottom line is that we have said, look, we need to be able to ask you in the world, please increase your ambitions to see if you can get to 1.5 degrees. And let us cap it there, because as we've said, in the Eastern Caribbean, 1.5 to survive.